Hey there, this is Niels Beardfoot, and today we're creating the Venus fly bag and wallet from leather. Get your pattern printed, tape it together, and transfer onto the leather and cut out that too. We're using 2.5mm or 6-ounce wedge tanned leather here. An X-Acto knife like this one with a thin blade comes in really handy for tight corners. With the beveler we break the edges and prepare them for later on burnishing. To be able to emboss the wedge tan leather we have to moisten it first. Dunk it in and set it aside for a few minutes until it looks about like this. We also require some sewing holes, so we punch them. With a groove cutter you can not only cut grooves, but also if you push it, just trace a parallel line to the edge. And along this one we can now put some stamps on. Next we can start dyeing, and I here start with a light base coat of some yellow with my airbrush. This makes so that the green afterwards does not get that dark. With some dark brown in the low angle I create some shadows along the edges. The process is very much the same for purple on the inside. Start with a light base coat of a light color, then go some darker and some darker. Next we apply some leather finish. You also can put it on the flesh side because there's dye as well, but definitely put it also on the edges because you can use the moisture for burnishing. You can also a little bit burnish the flesh side to give it some nice sheen. Besides the leaf we also have this big mouthpiece, we got 2 lines of teeth, and we got some D-ring holder. To make this sewing process a bit easier we moisten the sewing line on the teeth. You may notice there's a big long center tooth here. And this one is our closure, so it needs to be on the other side of the mouthpiece that has no round hole, because that's where it's later on going to be connecting to. And there is the other side with the round hole, and the teeth line has no center teeth. Also we want to add a D-ring in between, and it has to be away from this sewing line in the center. It does not matter in which corner you put it, but one you want to do it. This is for the shoulder strap. Also need to close the center gap, just smack it together. To get it in shape, we want to moisten it again. Dunk it in for a moment and take it out right away. Again, you want to set it aside for a bit and then start shaping. Use your fingers to get this roundish shape here in the mouth parts. If you have a very shallow bowl like this one, you can use it to help yourself by just pushing the leather in there to get its shape. Then flip the mouth pieces together so the teeth align. Focus here also on the mouth corners so they are completely closed. In this little round hole here we want to add a Sam Brown rivet as our closure. Apply some glue on the screw as screw locker and then screw it in. Make sure that the center tooth is fitting well on there and then mark it and punch the hole for the Sam Brown rivet. This punch has a little fin on there, make it face the body of the piece and then you can close it. I noticed that the tooth is a little bit narrow with the hole inside, so in the final version this will be a bit wider. For the leaf handle we also want to attach a D-ring for the shoulder strap. Put it here in position, moisten the area, flip it over, sew it together, and then here it's almost it. In the mouth we got the center sewing line here, and this is where we want to attach the leaf handle. Make the strap here overlap like this, and then sew it on. And that's it already for the Venus fly bag. The wallet will come afterwards, so stay tuned for that. This is a nice little bag in my opinion. It can hold a phone and a wallet at the same time, but for much more there is not room. We got this shape here by creating the center gap, and what it also does is it limits the opening abilities of the bag, which I personally like very much. On wearing it you got different options, like just put it on your wrist by putting your hand through there, but you also could put your belt through there. Also we got these D-rings, you can attach a shoulder strap and wear it around your shoulder. Next we're going with the Venus fly wallet, and for this the process until after dyeing it's very much the same. And here we also have a big mouthpiece, we got 2 lines of teeth, we got the leaf handle, got the D-ring attachment, but also we got the inside. So we got this inside piece, all the pieces will be attached with the card holder and a money pocket. This is the card holder with the pieces for it. And notice they are from thinner veg tan leather. And this is the money pocket. And here special is that we got also some softer leather. Starting with the card holder, we got these pieces and we want to sew them on this bottom line, one after the other. And when we sew on the final piece, we also want to sew on the edges. The money pocket is a little bit more tricky because we need quite a bit of contact cement. First starting here with the hook and loop fastener, glue them in place and sew them on. Also on the side pieces we put some glue on the short edge and fold it and glue it together. With some glue and sewing, we hold the lid in place. Next, we want to glue these side pieces on one edge on this cover piece. And then also sew it on the big piece on the inside, and obviously sew it in place as well. For the leaf handle, we also want to position a D-ring here in the center for the shoulder strap. Moisten this area to flip it over and sew it in place. We want here these 4 sewing holes to overlap to create a little bit of an opening, and then sew it to this big mouthpiece. As closure, we're using a SAM brown rivet. Use some glue as screw locker and screw it in place. To make sewing on the teeth a little bit easier, moisten this edge line. And important is that this big center tooth will be later on connected to this closure, so it has to be on the opposite side. And this big inside piece we sew on in the process as well. We also got the second D-ring for the shoulder strap that we also want to sew here in between. To shape it, you want to moisten it completely, dunk it in for a moment, take it out, set it aside for a while, and then start shaping. Make sure it's drying faster by opening all the gaps, but for shaping we have to close them again. So we want to close this and make sure that the teeth align nicely and a little bit intertwine here. Also, these mouth corners need to be closed as good as possible. Give the leaf some shape and open it up, let it dry. Once dried, and before we measure in the size for the closure, put in some stuff that you seem to have. Put in some stuff for realistic thickness and then measure for the closure. Punch the hole. And that's it for the wallet as well. With the leaf handle, it's not exactly the most practical wallet, but without it, you can use it just like a regular one. But with it, you can use it on your next rent ferry. On how to wear it, you can just wear it on your wrists with the leaf handle. You can wear it on your belt with the leaf handle or attach a shoulder strap for around your shoulder. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out my others and see you guys next time. Have a great day.